So this video is basically about the introduction about the leadership. As I told you, we'll be doing the introduction things in the video and the important one in the class. So when we are talking about the leadership, as you know, see, leadership is basically about your behavior quality, where you have the ability to persuade other, where you can inspire other to obviously run towards the achievement of organizational goal. Basically, you are someone who can make others to follow you. आपके अंदर वो एबिलिटी है जहाँ पे आप में वो कैपेसिटी है कि लोग आपको फॉलो करें. So because a manager is supposed to achieve organizational goal and he is the one who is supposed to get things done by other, so leadership management का या manager का actually एक काम होता है. It becomes part of their work. It becomes part of the whole management process, and that is why managerial function mein, when we talk about the directing, leadership is part of it. Now when we talk about the leadership is basically about three factors. One is the leader, second is the one who is being led, that is the follower, and the third is basically the situation. Why? What is the situation where one person becomes the leader of the other party? So the point is, whenever you will study any of the leadership theory, you will understand one thing, that there is no हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल ऑफ लीडरशिप. देयर इज नो वन शॉट ऑफ द लीडरशिप कि हाँ ये है, ये फिट होता है इन एवरी अदर सिचुएशन. जनरल एप्लीकेबिलिटी, जनरल यूनिवर्सल एप्लीकेबिलिटी रूल नहीं है. इट इज़ वेरी मच सिचुएशनल नेचर. What kind of situation is actually existing in the organization, on the basis of that the interaction between the leader and the led or the follower will happen. Now what kind of a characteristics are required in case of a leadership, or what kind of characteristics justify the existence of a good leadership? So see, leadership is basically a process of a influence. You have to influence other. The person is supposed to follow you willingly. आप उसे force नहीं कर रहे हो, आप उसके ऊपर restriction नहीं लगा. There is no mandatory requirement. He is actually following your instruction, your thought process, your ideology willingly, अपनी मर्जी से. दूसरा, I have already told you, it's situational. It is always situational. It is like what kind of leadership style you are becoming. Soft, you are becoming strict, you are becoming autocrat, you are becoming participative, you are becoming benevolent. When? It depends upon situation. आप किस तरीके का स्टाइल यूज़ करोगे, किस वो उस टाइम पे, उस सिचुएशन पे डिपेंड करेगा. एंड दैट इज़ वाई वी से, लिखा भी है, दैट देयर इज़ नो जनरल लीडरशिप स्टाइल. It's always particular, depends upon situation. Now leadership is also a very personal quality of a leader. Managers can be born. Managers are actually can be made, sorry. But leaders are actually born. Leaders are someone जिसके अंदर आप leadership की quality inculcate नहीं कर सकते. Leadership की quality inherent होती है. It is just, दो ऐसा हो सकता है कि with a very long, in a very long run or with a very long time period, you may develop certain qualities of the leadership, but mostly it has been seen the leaders are something, or leadership is actually something which is inherent in the human being. And leadership is the function of stimulation. See why it is a function of stimulation. You are actually influencing people to work towards the achievement of the organizational goal, but willingly. They are doing everything in the interest of the organization, making sure that they are doing everything and making sure that they are following the instructions of the leader. But ultimately वो enthusiasm जो होता है, वो एंथो जो होता है लोगों के अंदर, वो उस लीडर की वजह से आता है. ठीक है. सो दैट इज़ वाई इट्स क्वाइट the external environment that has been created by the leader in terms of simulation. Then leadership is kind of an experience which also helps you in achieving the common objective. That is quite clear. Leadership also recognizes the role of follower. See, leader की कोई existence नहीं होती if there are no followers. So the point is, ये समझना चाहिए that अगर आपको किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लॉन्ग टर्म गोल को अचीव करना है, शॉर्ट टर्म में आप किसी को भी थ्रेटन करके, फोर्स करके कोई काम करवा भी सकते हो, बट यू कैन नॉट डू दैट थिंग इन द लॉन्ग रन. सो oppressing people in the long run never brings any kind of productivity in the organization. So what you need to understand is, if you are a good leader, if you want to be good leader, then understand that your followers are also important. Give them certain importance, include them in the decision making, give them their share, give them the right to give their opinion, their ideas, make them give them a space in the organization so that they also feel that they are also part of the organization. Leadership is goal oriented. I hope it's clear. The difference between management and leadership would be, see, management is all about the planning, organizing, staffing. As you know, these are the basic functions of the management. But when you're talking about leader are basically, it's a process. It's a process where you are actually influencing people towards those achievement of organizational goals. So somewhere down the line, it's part of management. So basically, the scope of the management is quite broader, and the scope of leadership automatically becomes smaller or narrower. Reason being because वो उसका part है. दूसरा, when we are talking about the interest, मैनेजमेंट में आपका इंटरेस्ट होता है पूरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में सारे ग्रुप्स को एक बैलेंस रखने का अपनी प्रोसेस के थ्रू. लेकिन लीडरशिप के अंदर आपका पॉइंट होता है उस पर्सनल या उस पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल गोल को अचीव करने का बाय मेकिंग अदर पार्टी और दी फॉलोअर अंडरस्टैंड हाउ दे आर इम्पॉर्टेंट. देन व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट मैनेजमेंट, सी मैनेजर्स में, मैनेजर के केस में मैनेजर आर फॉर्मल लीडर्स. दे हैव द फॉर्मल अथॉरिटी, दे हैव द डेजिग्नेशन, सो दे हैव द पावर to make you work. But when you're talking about the leadership is informal authority. Leaders are informal leader, and they always work on the willingness of the people. Structure, as I told you, they are formal leader, they have the formal structure. Leadership is informal leader, they have informal structure. Though they can be formal also, if you are willingly following your manager, it becomes the formal structure. Then relationship also, management is all about the formal relationship. Leadership is all about maintaining informal relationship with the person. Dominance, see, हर manager leader होगा because management के अंदर उसके functions के अंदर leadership automatically becomes part. ठीक है, so they do enjoy a dominating position when it comes to the management part. But when it talk about leader, every leader cannot be a manager. So as I told you, you need to understand this, that when you are talking about managers are your leader, but they are your formal leader. They are your formal leader because their designation is giving them the role of manager, plus they are your leader. You have to listen to him. He can issue order, he can give instructions, he can share knowledge also, depending upon how or what kind of leadership style he is using. But they are your leader, whether you accept it or not accept it. It means your willingness is not playing any role. But when you are talking about the informal leader, they are acceptable to workers. They are those to whom actually the group is willingly follow. उस ग्रुप के अंदर जब आप बात करते हो तो आप एक ऐसा ग्रुप बनाते हो जहाँ पे आप लीडर हो, लेकिन जितने भी लोग हैं, वेदर दे आर पीयर टू यू, वेदर दे आर सुपरवाइजर, वेदर दे आर सबऑर्डिनेट्स, ऐसा कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि मैं लीडर हूँ तो जो मेरे फॉलोअर्स होंगे वो मेरे सबऑर्डिनेट्स ही होंगे, या वो मेरे पीयर्स हो सकते हैं, वो मेरे सुपीरियर नहीं हो सकते. सो दैट इज़ वेरी इनफॉर्मल रोल. Now, what kind of functions the leadership plays in an organization? Your leader actually gives you a guidance. What kind of goals you can achieve? What is your stamina? What is your capacity? How to unlock those skills which may be hidden, somewhere hidden in you. Second, it's about the organizing. See, leaders are those who will always give you those tasks which are appropriate according to your individual ability. जैसे मैंने कहा, they will understand your capacity, they will understand your skills, and they will try to unlock those skills which may be hidden. तो यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम ये है that they will understand your character and push you towards the achievement of those organizational goals which come under the purview of those abilities. Then when we are talking about the motivation, see, obviously एक लीडर का काम होता है अपने फॉलोअर्स में एक एंथुजियाज्म बना के रखना, अपने फॉलोअर्स के अंदर एक मोटिवेशन लेवल को हाई रखना, एक कॉन्फिडेंस इनकलकेट करना, एक जील लाना. क्यों? क्योंकि तभी वो उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के अचीवमेंट के लिए काम कर सकते हैं. व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द कोऑर्डिनेशन, सी, कोऑर्डिनेशन इज ऑब्वियसली देयर बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली द इवन लीडरशिप में भी योर रोल इज टुवर्ड्स द अचीवमेंट ऑफ अ गोल. सो देयर इज अ सेट गोल विच यू वांट टू अचीव विद द हेल्प ऑफ दोज फॉलोअर. सो यू हैव टू कोऑर्डिनेट the whole group so that all of them are going in one direction. Conflicts को solve करना, एक harmony create करना, ये leader का काम होता है. Then leader is always a representative of a group. So ultimately he is the guardian of the interest of those subordinate. मतलब leader ऐसा नहीं कर सकता that he is thinking about his or her own goals. Leader is someone जिसका काम है उसके पूरे ग्रुप के goals, उसके पूरे ग्रुप के interest, उसके पूरे ग्रुप के गलत और सही का एक representation बनना. Now leadership is also about control. How? But controlling in a positive way. Controlling in a way where you are making them understand कि the followers are also part of the organization, and where you are trying to control the internal conflict that may be existing between leader and follower, or maybe among the followers, or maybe between followers. It depends upon the situation again. Now, what kind of role and importance of a leadership is there in an organization? That I would be taking little fast because it's the kind of a repetition. See, it provide inspiration to the employee. Leaders are always kind of an inspiration. Leaders are those जिनकी बात मैं अपनी willingly, अपनी मर्जी से मानना चाहती हूँ. तो obviously there is something in that person जो मुझे अच्छा लगता है, which I want to follow, which I like, which inspires me to do something in my life. So they also play a role of a transformer kind of a thing, where they can bring certain transformation in the lives of the people. Then it's securing cooperation. See, leadership ke andar your important role is all about controlling or influencing the behavior of the other party. So when you are influencing the behavior of other person, you are influencing in such a way so they are willingly following your rule, your ideology, your instruction towards the achievement of a common goal. So that is the most important thing. Leaders do have the role of creating a confidence. जैसे मैंने कहा, there can be certain hidden skills. उसे unlock करना, उसे बाहर लाना, that is also part. तो आप में confidence लाना that yes, you can also do this. Psychological support जैसे हम कहते हैं, when people are good when in terms of कहते हैं handling the things, but they may not be having confidence to do certain jobs. They may not be good in communication, they may not be good in one of any other thing. उसमें लीडर का बहुत बड़ा रोल होता है. Then providing a very conducive environment. See, when we are talking about conducive environment, a very friendly environment, where you have a good relationship with leader, where you can communicate with him, where you can share your grievances with him, where you can make him understand that what exactly is lacking. So the work environment should be very much conducive in the organization, so that you can also play a good role in their personal advancement. It's all about building a high morale, obviously. See, good leadership का मतलब ही यही है that you have to put that thing in your employees that they are always very much you can say, I would say कि I'm not getting exact word, but it's like that. जैसे इसमें लिखा है, हाँ, कि you have to shape their thinking, you have to shape their attitude, what kind of attitude they are having, what kind of feelings or what kind of positive or negative things they are having in their mind about the other. See, unless and until you are not changing their thinking, you are not shaping their ideology, you are not shaping their thought process, तो वो human relation के ऊपर work नहीं कर सकते. Then facilitation of a change. See, it's very simple in an organization to make you understand that जिसको आप पसंद करते हो उसके हिसाब से यू आर रेडी टू वर्क, और जिसको आप पसंद नहीं करते उसके हिसाब से यू विल नेवर बी रेडी टू वर्क. दैट इज़ द बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट इन लीडरशिप केस. when you want to follow that person, when you want to understand that person ideology or maybe उसकी thought process, so if he is bringing any change in the organization, if he wants to change any of the working culture in the organization, you will adapt it. Now what kind of factors affect the leadership? सबसे पहले एक लीडर के ट्रेट, उसका खुद का कॉन्फिडेंस, उसकी खुद की इंटेलिजेंस, उसकी मैच्योरिटी, उसकी फार साइटनेस, उसका विजन, हाउ मच responsible he is towards the certain things, how emotionally balanced he is, how much empathy he is having. These kind of things affects your leadership. अगर आप में ही ये चीज़ें lacking है तो आप followers को कुछ नहीं provide कर सकते. Now followers are also important. See, leader का तो कोई existence ही नहीं है if there is no follower. So when we are talking about followers, followers are basically those who are actually going to following the instructions of the leader and working towards the achievement of your goal. So how much intelligence, maturity, loyalty, honesty उनके अंदर है. They should also have a sense of responsibility. You can't be follower of someone when you are bad mouthing about him. You can't be a follower of someone when you do not believe in his ideology. तो फिर तो आप उसे सिर्फ और सिर्फ criticize ही करोगे. So in that case, your behavior, I mean the followers' behavior, also going to play a very important role. Then, as I told you, leadership is all about situational factor. None of the leadership style can work in all of the situation. You have to understand what exactly your situation is demanding. ठीक है. It is not necessary कि देखो, everybody is not having the same education level, everybody is not having the same IQ level, everybody is not having the same maturity level, maybe not the emotional balance. अब आपको ये समझना है कि the kind of leadership that may be working for the less educated may not be working for the higher educated. अब ये difference उस leader को, उस manager को समझना ज़रूरी होता है who is actually dealing with the situation. So that is why situational factor also makes you good leader. How capable enough you are to judge the situation. Then, organizational factor. When we are talking about the internal environment of the organization, leadership also plays a very, when you're talking about leadership, internal environment also plays a very important role. How much openness in the communication is there, how much you are sharing your objective with your employees, what kind of vision and mission organization is having, what is the culture of the organization, ठीक है, what kind of social relations, informal organization structure in the organization, every single thing is going to affect your leadership because it is going to affect the pattern of your leadership. Then comes your style of leadership. See, style of leadership is basically three. One is your autocratic, second is your participative, which is also called democratic, and third is called laissez-faire, which is also called free reign. Now, the point is, autocratic is basically a very authoritarian leadership. When you are very directive, when you are very dictator, when you want your rules and regulation to be followed, when there is a one way communication in the organization, when you are taking the decision and you are communicating to the follower, you are not including them in the decision making, in that case you are actually following a autocratic leadership. Now, autocratic leadership, maybe you can have three criteria: strict, benevolent, and manipulative. Now, when you are strict, you have a very negative influence over the people in the long run, because you have created a kind of atmosphere where you are saying follow my instruction whether you like it or not like it. तो इस तरीके की ऑटोक्रेटिक लीडरशिप में कोई भी मोटिवेशन एग्जिस्ट नहीं कर सकता. दो, इस केस में पेनल्टी लगाना, पनिशमेंट देना इज क्वाइट नॉर्मल. बेनोवलेंट ऑटोक्रेट वो होते हैं जो ट्राई करते हैं ऑटोक्रेटिक होने के बावजूद भी पॉजिटिव इन्फ्लुएंस लाने का, बाय introducing the concept of rewards, that when you are doing something good you are getting reward also. Sometime in certain situation it leads to higher productivity also. Now, when we are talking about the manipulative autocrats are those जहाँ पे एक subordination को ये फील कराया जाता है, सिर्फ फील कराया जाता है कि आपको भी हम डिसीजन मेकिंग में इंक्लूड कर रहे हैं और आपके बिहाफ पे हम डिसीजन ले रहे हैं बिकॉज वी हैव द अथॉरिटी. दो यू आर नॉट इंक्लूडिंग दम इन द डिसीजन मेकिंग, बट यू क्रिएट दैट काइंड ऑफ एटमॉस्फेयर वेयर दे फील दैट येस आई एम ऑल्सो बींग I am also being heard kind of a situation. Now, what can be the advantages of autocratic? See, autocratic leads to a very quick decision making because you are not asking anyone. Leader is the only one who is taking the decision. Sometimes it provides a very strong motivation specifically to those who actually want to be led. There are certain people, who lacks the ability of the decision making, who wants instruction, who want direction. तो उन लोगों के केस में autocratic is a very good kind of a leadership style. Then it also helpful when you are, as I told you, the unskilled people, the less educated people, those who want direction, those who want instruction even to do the regular task. So they are good, or they are happy when they are being, they are being offered the autocratic style of leadership. But when it is not a good, see, when you are dealing with skilled people, when you are dealing with highly educated people, they are the one who know, sometimes they know their work, or at least they understand their work. They do not need point to point direction, they do not need the spoon feeding, और वहाँ पे ऑटोक्रेटिक काम नहीं करता. अगर आप एक हायर एजुकेटेड स्किल्ड एम्प्लॉयज़ के साथ एक ऑटोक्रेटिक लीडरशिप अपनाना चाहते हो, तो इन दैट केस यू वोंट बी एबल टू फुल्ली यूटिलाइज देयर पोटेंशियल, क्योंकि आप उसे एक स्पेस नहीं देते हो, आप उसे उसकी इनोवेशन, उसकी क्रिएटिविटी, उसके आइडियाज़ को टेबल पे लाने का मौका नहीं देते हो. ठीक है, तो दिस कैन बी one of the category. Now, this can be a diagrammatic presentation for the autocratic leadership where the communication is one way. Leader is actually communicating with all the followers in only unidirection communication. Yani ki here the whole concept is about giving the order, giving the instruction, and making sure ki that the person is working without understanding whether he likes the work or not, without including him in the decision making process. ठीक है, अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू, ऑटोक्रेटिक लीडरशिप स्टाइल इज वेरी गुड व्हेन यू आर डीलिंग विद लेस एजुकेटेड पीपल बिकॉज दे आर अनस्किल्ड पीपल who actually need those kind of instruction. Now, the participative democratic. See, this is a participative or democratic leadership style. Now, in this case, if you see, the arrows are moving in every direction and they are showing the two-way communication. Why? Because democratic leader is the one who is actually a kind of a person who will who would like to take the decision after consulting everyone, after including the decision making them understand what exactly is the problem and getting the ideas. You can say that giving certain confidence in the group ki हाँ, you can also be part of the whole decision making process. Though in this case most of the problem is कि responsibility or the blame is actually is going to be shared by everyone. In the first case, what exactly is happening is that leader is taking all the decisions, so blame will also come on him. But when we are talking about the participative leadership style, in that case communication is happening from every corner. So in that case the blame is going to be obviously every person who is part of that group. Now, what kind of advantages this participative leadership gives you? See, it's a very active participation by the employees in the decision making process, so gives their morale a boost. ठीक है, they become more committed, they become more confident, more cooperative towards organizational goal, and ultimately if they are happy with the organizational environment, the absenteeism or the labor turnover keeps on decreasing with the time. But the basic demerits, it's a very time consuming decision making process because you have to make others a part of it. Dusra, sometime the consultation or every time consulting your employee becomes a kind of a trait where people are assuming that you are not competent enough as a leader to take the decision. So that is also very bad thing. Then it's sometimes passing the buck. Passing the buck is blame game. I was not the one who took the decision, you are the one, that you are the one becomes, because this is the participative, the communication is happening from every corner. Then it may not yield good results. Reason being, because your employees are not of that category where they wanted participative decision making. So you have to judge the basic willingness of your employees also. Then sometimes leaders are also not having a good communication skill. That is also one, because you are a leader, okay, but you are going to have each and every trait which is required for the leader. That is just not going to happen. Then laissez-faire or a free rein. See, this is laissez-faire. If you understand this particular diagram, there is no arrow, so you cannot judge where the communication is starting, where the communication is going, in which direction it is going. Sometimes they are not connected, sometimes they are connected, sometimes they are connected in another way. What exactly it is like that when you are not taking the lead and when you are putting or leaving the decision entirely on the group, in that case basically you are losing the role of leader, because you are just doing one thing, that you do not want to use your power, you do not want to take the responsibility of your action, so you want to have your group to take the decision. But in that case it's a very वीक फॉर्म ऑफ लीडरशिप, क्योंकि इस केस में तो उनका अपना ही आपके फॉलोअर्स और उनके ग्रुप का मोटिवेशन काम करता है. यू आर नॉट समवन हु इज एक्चुअली प्लेइंग अ गुड रोल इन दैट. नाउ when we talk about laissez-faire, when we talk about the three categories, that is autocratic, participative, free rein, so what kind of comparison can be done? See, when you are talking about decision making, in case of autocratic, leader is the whole and soul of the decision making. Participation mein there is a consultation, lekin free rein mein to subordinates are the one who are taking the decision. Communication, autocratic is a one way communication, participative is a two way, and free rein is a free flow, because there is no starting node or there is no ending node. Motivational, in case of autocratic, the negative incentives are there, fear of punishment, ki I may get punishment or I may get some kind of penalty if I'm not achieving the target. Participative mein it's rewards, it's involvement, it's participation. And free rein mein it's your own self motivation, it's your own self control, जो कि आपको कुछ ऑब्जेक्टिव अचीव करने में हेल्प करेगा. When you are talking about needs of the subordinate, see, needs of the subordinate में it's basically your physiological needs, आपकी safety needs होती है जिनकी वजह से आप autocratic को सहना चाहते हो. Participative में ego needs plays a very important role, and in case of free rein it's all about your self actualization, because actually you are giving right to subordinate to take the decision. So it means you are working or you are actually focusing on their development. Now, in case of autocratic, the basic focus is on the completion of the task. In participation, the basic focus is on completion of the task, including people in the decision making. That is why it is called people oriented style. And free rein is also a people oriented style, but in a way where people have been given the full liberty to take the decision. Now, the mode of discipline. In case of autocratic, it's very implied. It is forced. The discipline has been forced in terms of order and instruction. In participation, the discipline is there, but in terms of including them when you are interchanging the idea, when you are including their opinion in the decision making. Free rein is all about the self-discipline and code, because you are the one as a follower who is going to take the decision. So, this was the basic structure of the whole leadership case. After that, the theories come, which we'll do in the class.